Mr. Speaker, I don't agree with making people poorer. I don't agree with pensioner poverty. I don't agree.
Oh, my dear viewers, settle in and clutch your Earl Grey, because what we have today is pure parliamentary theatre at its finest. A true spectacle of that very British pastime, watching grown...
Mr. Speaker, I don't agree with making people poorer. I don't agree with pensions of poverty. I don't agree. Those words weren't just spoken, they were fired across the Commons like cannon shots, jolting the chamber into life. And my dear viewers, grab your Earl Grey and hold on tight, because what unfolded was nothing short of a political brawl dressed up as polite debate. This was Parliament at its rawest. Noisy, messy, and dripping with drama.
Kemi Badenoch.
Mr. Speaker, I don't agree with making people poorer. I don't agree with pensioner poverty. I don't agree.
Oh, my dear viewers, settle in and clutch your Earl Grey, because what we have today is pure parliamentary theatre at its finest. A true spectacle of that very British pastime, watching grown...
Posh accents clashed with angry roars, as members hurled accusations like confetti at a wedding no one wanted to attend. It was a spectacle, yes, but behind the theatrics lurked something far more dangerous, a country watching leaders perform while lives outside grow harder every single day. At the center of it all stood the Prime Minister, nicknamed by critics as Mr. Karma. Suited to perfection, voice steady, rehearsed to the last syllable, he tried to project strength, the image of a man in control. His message? He's fighting for pensioners, protecting families, and standing firm. But beneath that polished surface, the tension was obvious. Was this conviction, or simply survival dressed up as leadership? The opposition wasted no time sinking their teeth in. They listed broken promises like a grocery receipt that never ends, rising costs, collapsing services, pensioners choosing between heating and eating. They didn't just challenge, they attacked, accusing the government of failing the very people it vowed to protect. Every punchline landed, every statistic stung, and their benches erupted in cheers. But the government benches weren't going to sit silently. They roared back, heckling, jeering, waving papers in the air. The chamber turned into a storm of noise. It was less a debate, more a political boxing match where everyone shouted at once. The speaker's cries of "Order! Order!" cut through the chaos again and again, but order was the last thing anyone wanted. This was about dominance. This was about the headlines. Yet here's the bitter truth. While the politicians performed their circus act, the real issues remain unsolved. Pensioners are still on the edge of poverty. Families are still buckling under inflation. Young people are still drowning in debt. The Commons may thrive on theatre, but outside those walls, the consequences are brutally real. And that's the tragedy of it all. The more dramatic the clashes, the more the cameras roll, the more the sound bites fly, the less the public actually gets. It's a show designed to entertain, not to fix. A distraction dressed up as debate. And every week it grows louder, nastier, emptier. So as the dust settles on yet another explosive Prime Minister's questions, one question lingers: who really wins? The Prime Minister with his sharp suit and polished lines? The opposition with their fiery rhetoric? Or is it no one at all, except perhaps the cameras, capturing every second of theatre while the country outside waits for answers? Because until those answers come, this isn't politics. It's performance. And performances, no matter how loud, don't keep the lights on at home.